Welcome to a playthrough of Quest for Glory, So You Want to Be a Hero. This was originally known as Hero Quest when it first came out, and it was released in an EGA version, and a few years later was remade in VGA. Now I had to think long and hard about whether I wanted to play the EGA version or the VGA version. There are positives to both of them. The VGA does have the hand-drawn backgrounds, but the EGA graphics are really nice as well, and I think in some cases are better than the VGA version. But I haven't played the VGA version all the way through, so that really decided it for me. So I'm going to play this version all the way to the end, and then I'll decide at the end which one I like better. I'm going to start it with a new hero, and I will go with the magic user this time around, and I'll probably play through with this magic user all the way through to Quest for Glory 5. Now I don't really like this introduction screen. I prefer the original. That was definitely much better. Okay, so we're going to go with Aidendale. I have heard that the hero in the official guide was actually called Devon Aidendale. So I'm just going to go with Aidendale here. We've picked a magic user, so we've got a little bit of luck, some magic. I could buff this up maybe to 35. Weapon use is pretty low. Health is very, very low, so maybe vitality going up a little bit just to try to keep him alive a little bit longer. Dodge, parry, weapon use. Intelligence, let's go intelligence 40, magic 40, strength 15. Now I may not have a lot of magic to use in the beginning, so let's go with weapon use 20 here, and we'll see how we go. Let's begin. Quest for Glory 1. This seems like a quiet little town. On the porch ahead of you are two people. The standing one is large, rather ugly, and playing with a yo-yo. The seated person, smoking a pipe, looks like he might be the sheriff. Hello, Sheriff? The man with the pipe greets you. Welcome to our town. You are lucky to have made it down from the mountains before the snow blocked the pass again. It's gotten pretty dangerous outside of town, I understand. Many monsters have been trapped around here with the late snow. Between them and the brigands, we certainly could use a hero around here. I am Sheriff Skultz Meisterson. This is Otto von Goon, my assistant. Good luck in your quest. Thank you, Sheriff. Now, in the original, you didn't really know what to say to these people, but if I talk to him now, it gives me a list. So I'm not going to go through all of these because I wouldn't really know to ask about them. I would probably just ask about the town. This town was named after the barons of Spielberg. It used to be a lively place to be before the brigands came and drove all the business away. Okay, the brigands. You can find a place to stay at the inn next door. You can learn about jobs available at the guild hall down the street. If you're interested in magic, you should visit the magic shop. There is still plenty to do and see here in Spielberg. Well, I want to ask him about the brigands. Tell me more about these brigands. There's a whole band of brigands hiding out somewhere in the mountains around us. They robbed a merchant just last week. Got a fair amount of treasure, I hear. Who was this merchant? The one who was robbed, he's staying at the inn, I believe. Well, I'm going to have to check that out for sure. Let's ask about the treasure. Obtaining treasure involves putting yourself in danger. If you're brave, foolish, or lucky, you might get some treasure. Okay, so that's probably all I would think to ask the sheriff, if I didn't have all of those extra options to ask him about. So let's take a look around the town. This is the inn. The windows glow from the light inside. The sign reads Heroes Tale Inn. I'm not going to stop in here for long because I do want to continue exploring the town. But this is where I can stop and rest for the night. Welcome, welcome, traveller, to the Hero's Tale Inn. I am Shamin, at your service. May you find what you seek here. Thank you, Shamin. Very good food, very good drink, finest in town. Sit, rest, you'll be served by my Shima. Who is this Shima? Shima is my beloved, and she can cook and keep an inn as few others. When she dances, there is true magic. If we ever return to shape here, then she will again dance. Now, I wanted to ask him about the merchant. He apparently is staying here. Let's ask about the merchant. My friend Abdullah is recovering from his robbery last week. He should be here around supper time. Okay, so we do have a time system. In the original, it was Control T, and that doesn't work. Time. It is midday on day 1. I wonder if there's a shortcut for that. Midday on day 1. Thank you, Shamin. Let's ask about let's ask about the robbery. Alas, the brigands stole all of Abdullah's wealth and mine own when they robbed his caravan. Now I will be forced to stay in this wet, cold land. Sorry to hear about that. Maybe I'll be able to find your treasure. Looks like we've already got a few quests. We need to deal with these brigands. Let's go and see what else we have over here. We've got the little old lady's house. And that was one of the, the first house that you can rob if you're a thief. And here we have the magic shop. The eye over the magic shop door seems to be watching you. Once again, I prefer the EGA version of the magic shop. I am Zara, and my companion is Damiano. The items in this shop are designed for those skilled in the use of magic. I have some skill in magic. I am not a master of wizardry, though. The coals are glowing. The bat-winged creature must be some sort of familiar. There is an uncanny look in its eyes, and you don't want to look at it too closely. It is clearly magical. Okay, so let's have a look and see how much gold I've got. You have 4 gold and 10 silver. Now, in the original, you could only carry so much. Everything had a weight. I don't know if that... 5 food rations. Leather jerkin. Am I using this now? The leather makes you think kinky thoughts, and you wondered why adventurers dressed up this way. Okay. Well, hopefully that will protect me in battle. I wanted to know my weight limits. Is there a character screen? The original had a quick Control C for character screen, I think. How do I get back to that? Oh, here we go. Name Aidendale. Right. It doesn't have a weight limit though. Experience 0. Health stamina 18. Maybe there is no weight limit in EGA version. Anyway, let's have a chat with Zara. Let's ask about magic. If you have the skill of magic, you can learn the way to cast spells by reading magical scrolls. Without the skill, you have no power. The more you practice spellcasting, the greater you shall become. I don't have any spells at the moment, I don't think. Let's ask about... no, not about that. I want to purchase a spell. Let's just give her some money here. Okay, you may buy the fetch spell, flame, open, healing, power, or vigor. Power potion, vigor potion. We'll start with the fetch spell. As you read the spell scroll, the spell is ingrained in your mind. I think that's all for now. There's not really anything else I want to ask her about. Now, in the original, the little old lady was, I think she was just always asleep. You couldn't wake her up at all. She's really sleeping soundly and doesn't notice your presence. Okay. We've got the guild hall here as well. Judging from what the sign says, the building at the end of the street is the guild hall. Well, let's go inside and have a look. You enter the Adventurers Guild Hall. This Adventurers Guild Hall reminds you of the one in your hometown. The traditional moose head and the other stuffed monsters, Saurus, Troll, Griffin, Dragon, Cheetor, and the terrible Antwerp adorn the walls. Now, all I remember about the Antwerp is being crushed by it. You see a registration book on the table and the bulletin board full of job listings. The man seated near the window must be the guild master. He is snoring. Well, let's check out the book first of all. I think we can sign the book for a few extra points. This entry was made several years ago. It says, Baronet Barnard von Spielberg killed a troll near the Flying Falls on this 23rd day of October. Baronet Barnard. Okay, let's sign the book. You sign your name into the adventurer's logbook with a flourish. It looks like this old guildmaster doesn't do too much adventuring anymore. Still, he looks like he was plenty tough in his day, and he probably has many a tale to tell. Let's see if we can wake him up. Ah, I was so busy I didn't notice you come in. Welcome, welcome. It is so seldom that we have new adventurers here. Most people think this valley is cursed. Why do they think it's cursed? Okay, let's ask about this curse. Ja, with the Baron losing his son and daughter, Baba Yaga, all the monsters and now the brigands, it has just been one thing after another. So the Baron's lost his son and daughter, and Baba Yaga is here apparently as well, not to mention the brigands. Well, I'm going to have to ask about that. Well, I do want to find out about Baba Yaga. What is she doing here? She's the center of our problems, I think. Baba Yaga is a powerful ogre. Baron von Spielberg tried to force her to leave this valley, but she cursed him. Now the Baron has lost everything but his land, and I don't know how long he will keep that. What our valley needs is a hero. Well, I'm here to save the day. The brigands? There is a reward for anyone who can stop the brigands by capturing or killing the leaders of the brigands. You should read the bulletin board for more information. Okay. Let's ask about the Baron's son and daughter. Now there was a hero and worthy of the name, Barnard von Spielberg. He rode off to hunt one morning 5 years ago and his horse returned with large claw marks on it. No sign Barnard's body was ever found. So Barnard is the son and the Baron's daughter. Elsa was a beautiful 8-year-old child with blonde hair and sky blue eyes. She was her father, the Baron's joy. 10 years ago she was carried off by something which flew over the wall and away with her. The search for her lasted many years, but at last everyone gave up except the Baron's jester, Yorick. Yorick. Yorick was a funny little man, but brave. He swore he would spend his life searching for the Baron's Elsa. Let's ask about the Baron. Baron von Spielberg was once a brave protector of our valley. We used to adventure together when I was younger. No brigand or monster would dare show his face here if the Baron had not angered Baba Yaga. Now it is said he goes nowhere and sees no one. Okay. I guess I need to have a chat with the Baron myself. A past adventurer's armor suit, you wonder why he doesn't need it anymore. Then you see the cheetah or claw marks. I wouldn't mind using a suit of armor. The armor won't fit you. They made them smaller in those days. Okay, let's have a look at some of these trophies on the wall. Take a look. You never saw a purple saurus before you came into Spielberg, but it looks like a really stupid monster. The plaque reads, Saurus, slain by Hans Halfwitten. The plaque under the moose says, courtesy of the Sierra Online Prop Department. Okay, not a real moose then. This crossbreed of eagle and lion could have torn a man apart when he was alive. The plaque reads, Griffin, slain by Wolfgang Abenture. It looks like it must have been a particularly nasty troll. Slain by Wolfgang. This monster remains, even in death, this monster remains awesome. The plaque reads Dragon, slain by Baron Stefan von Spielberg. Baron Stefan. Then we've got the head's like a panther's, but with a strong human-like quality. It's still rather frightening. This is a cheetah, slain by Wolfgang. And this is certainly a weird one. You've never seen anything quite like it. The Antwerp, slain by two guys from Andromeda, from Space Quest, I guess. Can I ask about this Wolfgang? He seems to have killed quite a few of these monsters. You fiendish witch, I'll have you. Oh, it's you, my friend. It was just a dream. Let's ask about the sheriff, I guess. The sheriff and I have been friends for a long time. He too was once a real adventurer, and now he's just the sheriff of this town. What is his name? I'm Wolfgang. Oh, he's Wolfgang. Okay, the guild master of this hall. So he was an adventurer back in the day. Let's take a look at some of the quests here. Reward for return of a lost ring. Inquire at the healers. Reward of 30 gold coins for the capture or death of the brigand warlock. Description: short, ugly, and wears brightly coloured robes. Has habit of laughing continually. Inquire at Spielberg castle gates. Well, there's a bit of a clue, isn't it? Short, ugly, and wears brightly coloured robes. This poster is rather dusty and faded. The picture is of a small child with braids. Reward of 50 gold coins for the safe return of Elsa von Spielberg. Inquire at Spielberg castle gates. The return of Elsa. Wanted brigand leader. Description: unknown appearance. Wears a cloak. Must provide proof of leader's identity. Reward of 60 gold coins. And title of hero of the realm. So we've got the brigand leader, then we've got the brigand warlock. Both need to be captured or killed. Notice spell components needed. Cash or trade for potions. Inquire at the healers. We'll go and see her a little bit later. This poster seems to have been here a while. It has a picture of a handsome but arrogant young man. Must be the Baron's son. Reward of 50 gold coins for information leading to the return of Baronet Barnard von Spielberg. Inquire at Spielberg castle gates. Well, we're going to have to go there as well. So lots to investigate. Let's get out of here. Leave Wolfgang to his sleep. We've got the fetch spell. So how do I cast spells? I think the original it was Control C. That doesn't work. We've got a few points on the board. 18 points. Not sure if I'll get to 500. Probably not. We'll try to do everything I can. Now, if I was a thief, I would be able to go into the barber's shop. The sign on the door says out to lunch. You can rob the barber's shop at night if you are a thief and you have a high enough skill. You can smell apples as you approach this corner. It's the centaur's daughter. Good day and welcome to Spielberg. Would you like to buy some of my nice fresh fruit or vegetables? Now I do remember that there is a quest in which we need apples. Lots of apples. Let's have a chat with her though. Ask about her name. I am Hilda, daughter of Henrik, Preferda the farmer. Okay. Ask about the farmer. My father is a fine farmer. Let's ask about her father. My father is Henrik Preferda. Mother? My mother has been dead for 3 years. Now I still miss her. I'm sorry to hear that. It wasn't the brigands, was it? Date? Thank you, but my father thinks I'm too young. He would not permit it, but perhaps next year. Perhaps. I didn't realize that was even an option in the original. Market, vegetables. Ah, the brigands, yes. They have twice robbed my father of his money, and they have tried to steal our food during this winter. That is because we farm outside of town. The brigands would not dare try that in town. The sheriff would stop them fast. They've been robbed twice by the brigands. Let's ask about this robbery. Many robbers ran up to father as he trotted back to town. My father tried to fight, but they hurt him badly. They then ran away to the southwest. Okay, there's a clue. The brigands ran away to the southwest. Any other information, I wonder? Vegetables. We have many kinds of fresh vegetables for sale today. They are carrots, rutabagas, parsnips, and potatoes, right from the ground at 5 for a silver. They're very, very good for you. We also have some apples. I do need those apples. Lots of them. I can't remember how many. Let's buy apples. You carefully select 10 of the best apples from the barrel and pay Hilda a silver piece. It was either 30 or 50. Is that enough? Let's have a look. You have 50 small apples. Okay. I think that's enough. Thank you, Hilda. Let's try the dry goods. You see a dry goods store through the window. I can't remember what was in here, actually. This looks like a dry goods store, but it smells like a musty library. The stove feels nice on such a crisp day. Behind the counter and on the shelves, there are a variety of items for sale. The shopkeeper appears to ignore you while he reads a book. So what have we got here? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't notice you coming in. My, you look like an adventurer. We don't see too many around here. The brigands tend to get rid of most adventurers before they make it to town. I do try to stock some things adventurers can use. I actually would rather be an adventurer than a shopkeeper, you see. My items are pretty ordinary though. You probably already have most of them if you've done any adventuring at all. I guess adventurers need rope, usually. Rope, lockpicks, weapons. What have we got here? We've got some food, apples, a little dagger. That's pretty much it. So we'll see what he's got for sale. Flask, food, dagger, armor, 500 silvers. I don't think I've got that much money. I wouldn't mind a couple of flasks. Let's go and grab a couple of those. Maybe some more food as well. You don't have enough to purchase this particular item. You have one... I've spent all my money. I've got 1 silver piece left. I'm going to have to find some more money. Well, thank you for the flasks. Anyway, let's ask him about the brigands. I don't like to talk about other people behind their backs. Not even the brigands. Let's ask about Hilda. Hilda sells fine produce for a reasonable price. Okay. Yeah, what is his name? Caspar's his name. Okay. There's a nice warm stove burning over here as well. Okay, well I think that's all I can do. I'm running low on cash, so we'll need to find some way to make money. Now what I used to do was spend a few days working at the castle, just raking up the hay. I assume I can do the same thing if I want to. What's the time though? Mid-afternoon. It's already getting late, and I do want to have a quick look at the tavern here. There's no response. The lock is of a simple type. Can you actually break this, get in here if you're a thief? I can't remember whether this is actually a pickable door. I'm not a thief anyway, so I'll just have to forget that. These are all closed. They remain closed for the entire game, I think. The tavern looks a little run down and the alley beside it is dark. On the other side of the tavern is a rather practical looking building like a workshop. Now when I first got this game, when I was a lot younger, I tried for so long to get into this workshop. I thought there must be a way to get in, but there's no way to get into the workshop. You can, however, walk down the alley, and there's a beggar down here. This grubby place must be an alley. It feels strange here, colder than the rest of town. There are some barrels discarded here. A beggar holds out a bowl towards you. Alms, alms for the poor. I've only got 1 silver left. I guess you can have it, but then I'm as poor as you. Actually poorer than you. Thanks, you know, it's really tough trying to make a living begging in this town, since the brigands started scaring all the trade away. This used to be... does he have some information? Let's ask about his name. My name is Sam. I've lived here for 5 years now, and I think I'll be heading on once the pass clears of snow. There's supposed to be some good begging towns to the south. Nice talking to you. Alms, alms for the poor. Let's ask about the brigands. Rumour has it someone smart took over, organised them, trained them, that sort of thing, maybe. Nowadays, no one's safe outside of town. Up to that time, the brigands were just pains, dumb guys who sometimes tried to beat up traders outside of town. They sure hurt business. No one's getting rich but them. Now, would I ask him about anything else ordinarily? I don't think that I would. So let's move on. Now, there was something about this wall. The wall seemed pretty normal, but there are some curious marks on the north ends of the building. The back wall is one of the best examples of a perpendicular... Okay. Where are these marks? A word of warning to you. Don't drink the dragon's breath. Thanks for the warning. Okay, now, the grimy window lets little light into this tavern. It smells like stale ale and other more unpleasant things. The floor is covered with dirt. and the bar with sticky beer. Smoke appears to be rising from the center cask behind the bar. To your right, 2 gamblers are playing cards. The bartender glares at you as you enter, and so does the ugly goon on the left. You get the impression that you are not welcome. No, this is more a place for thieves to hang out, I think, and I am completely out of money. I do, however, notice a note on the ground. You pick up the note. You smooth out the piece of paper and read, B. He's starting to get suspicious. Hold off on our meetings for a bit, but I'll keep you posted by these notes. B. I think that has something to do with the Thieves Guild. And that note doesn't appear in the original game until a bit later as well. Anyway, so that's it for the town. We've explored everything here. Learned a new spell, the fetch spell. And had a chat with Hilda and a few of the other merchants and occupants in this little town, and I guess we'll be here for a while because the mountain pass has been snowed over, and there are some quests for us to complete here, and hopefully by the end of it we will be called a hero. The breeze is cool, but you feel a shiver deeper than just the cold. You are really on your own now, in a very dangerous place, and we've got a little bit of time, I think, to explore the forest before nightfall, and I definitely want to get back to the town before it gets dark, so that we can have a chat with the merchant in the inn.